Is it on? Oh. Okay, hey, it's Nate. Not sure if this is working right now, so I'm just gonna actually set this shit up. I'm so sorry, bro. This is not on, is it? It's not on, is it? Okay. Is it on? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna like set things up while panicking at the moment, so just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's start the shit. Okay. First of all, why isn't this playing any sound? Alright, okay. I'm stupid. Give me like 1 sec. Alright. Yeah. Just focuses out, I guess. Okay. Great. Oh, is this live stream on, by the way? Because I actually don't know if it's on, and I can't see chats. Again, my live streams tend to be like a fucking clusterfuck, so, like, give me 1 sec. I'll be alive in actually a bit, so, like, yeah, let me, panic, because, fuck. If you think I know what I'm doing, I don't. I generally don't know what I'm doing, so, yeah. Okay, first of all, let's turn the chat on somehow, maybe? Okay, yeah, I actually can't see the fucking chat. Give me like 1 second, bro, 1 second. Why am I like this, dude? Fucking hell. Just fucking. Okay. I'm trying to see if the chat's working, if there's anything going on at the moment, because, hello, welcome to stream, it's Nate. Trying to do shit. I am trying to do shit. Don't be patient with me. I don't really know, but like I'm just so fucking bad at streaming, bro. I'm sorry. For Nate, when he figures this out, we are all casually watching you panic. Okay, bro. Thanks, imagination. Also, welcome back. Yay. I'm trying to like do shit. Give me 1 sec. I'm like, you know, panicking slightly. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm gonna actually go into the Discord thing now and write shit like, hey, we're starting at Stream Enjoyer. This is already starting out as a shit show. Thank you. Hey, Avery. Wait, can I call you Avery? But yeah. Yeah. What's up, y'all? I'm finally starting to see your comments, so it do be happening. Hi, Lurker. Mood, to be honest, like everything I do ever, real. Real, honestly. I like how your name's just Lurker. That's kind of that's kind of so fitting. I mean, like, you know, it's cool. All right. Stream Enjoyer is stream is happening. I am slightly panicking. Don't worry about it. Okay. Formal introduction now. This is Nate. Welcome to stream. Okay. First of all, the directive of the stream is I'm playing this game again. No case should remain unsolved because it's been some time. I wanted to do this and I just kind of like kept it off because of heat waves, me being sick, and my body's changing pretty rapidly. As you can tell, I'm like losing weight, and also my voice has gone so much deeper for some reason. So yeah, showing that off right now, right? Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, thanks for letting me call you Avery, by the way. So, yeah, I'm gonna play through No Case Should Remain Unsolved. As previously mentioned, I want to finish the stream, finish the game on stream, right? And use my voice to narrate shit. So yeah, that's what we're doing here today. Yeah, well, anyways, welcome. Okay, No Case Should Remain Unsolved. Okay, so first things first, right? Currently, I'm gonna have to do like a recap on Heliatrus. Hello. Currently, I'm gonna have to do a recap on what's going on in this game at the moment. So, we'll start with that. And like in true software engineer fashion, I slept over. I do look healthier, thank you. I pressed resume, right? Wait, I pressed resume, right? Wait, I missed something. I missed something. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, okay, well, sorry. Anyways, I missed something. I'm gonna do a recap of the game first, because it's gonna fucking confuse me. But currently, what we're in, this game is about, you saw the girl in the main menu, right? Hello, new people. Sorry, I gotta concentrate. Sorry. Hello. In the main menu, you saw this girl who was like on the swing. Currently, we are going through a detective's mind, a person who was investigating her kidnapping, pretty much, right? And this little girl went missing, and John Dion, yeah, the old lady detective left this case unsolved. So we're trying to go through her brain and figure out if we can piece together this old lady's memories to see if there's an actual like coherent story about this, right? To see if this case was remained left unsolved, but if there was an actual, thread of logic, if we can find out the reason why she disappeared in the first place, how that happened, and maybe solve the case. So currently, there's quite a bit of things happening within this story, and let's see. So there's I'm gonna have to actually go through the story and explain it with you. But in true software engineer fashion, again, I slept over this whole thing after the stream, the first time I did this, and looked through the actual footage. I looked through the evidence footage afterwards, and I came to some conclusions, which might be a bit surprising, but I do want to like systematically go through this and like walk through the mystery, see if it could be solved that way. I realized I was a jellyfish. I spent the past 70 years simply drifting through life with no heading in particular. I'm pretty sure this is the same opening as the last time, but I'm just gonna like re-narrate it, because why not, dude? Blindly stinging everyone I encountered. Can you see it too? The people I tried to embrace, I only ended up hurting. Everywhere I went, I left nothing but ruin. So, that's it. That's what I am, a jellyfish floating across the sea. I don't even remember why I once became a police detective. Look over there at that family, weeping for their lost child. Have I ever done anything to wipe away their tears? Big brain time, yes, I'm sorry. Also, guys, let me know if you can't hear me or anything, so I'll just adjust the volume and shit. A police station is a crucible of pain and grief. So why did I choose to enter that institution? Why did I think I could somehow offer people solace and hope? Maybe I was simply being selfish. Maybe I became a detective just so I could belong somewhere. Sigh. I should stop now. I should stop wondering with nothing but regret on my lips. That's it then, the first good thing I'll ever have done for anyone. Everyone, I'm sorry for everything. I wonder if this is gonna be the same intro. Okay, this is not gonna be the same intro. Alright, so, as mentioned, right, we are in the mind of this old lady detective who tried to solve this case but left it unfinished. So, there's a couple of things that I want to go over in what's going on with the story. First of all, the main suspect of the kidnapping is Choi Dong-gyeon, Seo-won's father, and also the ex-English teacher. So, essay workout. Anyway, sorry. Ex-English teacher and Choi Dong-gyeon are the main suspects at the moment. I'll explain why in a bit, but Seo-won's mother is the initial caller. So, oh, sorry. So she called in to report the child missing, but before this happened, before the child went missing, there was a routine inspection by the regional police to check what was going on with the kid, because the kid hadn't, showed up for something like a preliminary school thing that the city was doing. I'm sorry. This fucking city was doing, so the child didn't show up. First of all, we don't know if the child was missing beforehand or after this event, but a few days after, Seo-won's mother calls into the police station to say, hey, my child is missing, she disappeared in front of me. And currently, of the people involved in this case, there is Choi Dong-gyeon, and presumably Seo-won's mother's husband, ex-English teacher. We don't know his relation to the children, but I have an idea, which I do want to, express. There's Choi Guija. I am so sorry about my pronunciation, by the way. I know it's fucking atrocious. But she is Seo-won's grandmother, which is likely her mother. Yeah, likely her mother. And then there's Choi Myung-ho, Seo-won's brother. Which, again, there's some issues. Choi Myung-ho is her brother. The English teacher did previously not English. Well, there's more of a reason. There's more of a reason for the ex-English teacher to be a main suspect here. But Myung-ho is Seo-won's brother, which Seo-won, we don't know her last name, so we don't actually know who this mother is married to, right, at the moment. There is the assumption that she has been divorced at one point. She's been divorced at one point, and this is her second marriage, if anything. Choi Myung-ho, Seo-won's brother, is we're not sure if it's her Seo-won's current brother or Seo-won's last brother, on the assumption that, again, the mother remarried at one point, and likely also the father. I'll explain a bit more. Shin Hye-jung is a employee, a Durihana employee, and Durihana is a caretaker center. The reason why she is involved in this whole story likely is because this man, so Choi Dong-gyeon, Seo-won's father, is disabled. As in, if I can find a good picture of him, I could fucking explain. Yes, he's been disabled, right? He is likely had an accident, and it seems like his last wife has passed away in that same fatal accident. There's also, I have made this assumption, but Choi Dong-gyeon is likely not divorced, but he's widowed. He had a son called Choi Myung-ho, who this depressed child, right? Yeah. There is talks of him having lost his mother in the past. And currently his family, his current mother and his current sister, would be Seo-won's mother and the girl, Seo-won. I'm not sure if what I'm explaining is making sense here, but bear with me. in this sense, in the sense of that both parents being divorced at one point and having these children came from not this current marriage, but like their past marriage, right? So Seo-won's mother birthed Seo-won not with Choi Dong-yeon, who is disabled, by the way, which is might be important, but Seo-won's mother birthed Seo-won likely with the ex-English teacher. So there's an underlying theme in this story where the father turned himself in. But this comes into question when you put in who is the father of the child in fact, right? And it says here Seo-won's father, but through her dialogue, if you could remember from the past, or I'll like recap this a bit, she talks about how she has this basically deadbeat ex-husband who can't pay for child support, and ex-English teacher, ex-English teacher, right? Doesn't have money. He doesn't have money. She also like complains about her ex-husband quite a lot in these records. I'm gonna try to find. Okay, from here, right? I keep calling him, but he won't pick up. It's not out of the ordinary. We only meet for her birthdays. This is very much like a divorced parents conversation, right? But this is an emergency. His own daughter is missing. Detective, I was texting him on the day you came from the police station. Seo-won's always such a quiet girl, but she was chattering about how much happier she'd be if her father was here too. I would say that disabled status is to be flagged in case some people can be underestimated. That's true. That's true. Yeah, but currently the assumption, right, is that because Choi Dong-yeon is probably, wasn't born disabled, as in, it was probably rather recent that he became disabled, or after something that happened. But the timeline is important here in the sense that Seo-won's mother's... sorry, Seo-won, the little girl, is about kindergarten age. So she would have probably... And she in this story, she went missing when she was going to be about first grade, so that's about like 6 years old. There is a 6-year gap in which the child would have been born, and Choi Dong-yeon probably wasn't disabled and probably like was married to another person. Just looking at like the timeline, right? But yeah, so Seo-won's mother, sorry, I completely got derailed, but Seo-won's mother complains about likely the person that is the ex-English teacher is saying that he's a heartless man. And at one point she was hospitalized and resents herself for, not treating Seo-won in a good way. Other witness statements of Seo-won, the child herself, state that she seems like a very troubled child in her kindergarten, for example. I don't know if this will help, but well, you asked me to tell you anything, so I guess I will. Seo-won is always optimistic and cheerful. She started Eden last year, and I was surprised that she never shed a tear. She never shied away from any of us, right? At first I took her for a friendly child, then I realized that her brother came to pick her up instead of her mother, but she never asked where her mother was. No, not that that's a problem, not at all, but, well, how should I put this? I suppose I've never seen her cry or get angry or even frown. So, this particular statement, right, is very much a child that's being neglected. I'm saying this shit from experience, man. You don't complain. You don't complain. You get any fucking ounce of fucking attention you can get, but you don't complain. Likely the mother was very, very mentally tortured. And I'm not sure if it's because of her past relationship with the ex-English teacher, but she does complain about him quite a bit, so there's some sort of disconnect there. And in the sense of like the ex-English teacher might be the main culprit of this whole thing, this story starts out with the father turned himself in. The father is, again, likely the ex-English teacher. This is the last statement that he has here, I believe. This man who is saying all of this is the ex-English teacher, not Choi Dong-yeon, who, according to this timeline, would be the current father. yeah, this guy is likely the birth father and probably the culprit. Not culprit, but like the man who turned himself in, blaming himself for the child's disappearance. But the things that he says here are rather disturbing as well concerning the child. Please don't look for my daughter anymore. Stop asking where she is. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. Let her just live life somewhere. I am making the assumption that there is something very, very wrong with Sewon's mother to begin with. And it feels like most people who actually know about what's happening in the case, so likely Sewon's mother, and for that matter, Sewon's grandmother as well, who likely know, again, the people who know about Sewon and Sewon's mother, who know Sewon's mother very, very closely, seem to be lying. They seem to be lying flat out. So that's my first assumption, right? My first assumption of this whole thing right now is that ex-English teacher is the birth father of Sewon, first of all, and Sewon's grandmother and the ex-English teacher are likely not telling the truth to some extent. So the first issue is to, like, yeah, we're putting this here. This is going under something that he said. Currently, the objective of this game would be to, like, get these, you know, locked statements and try to figure out what's happening at the moment. Going through this as systematically as possible. First, we didn't click all of the fucking names, so I'm doing that right now. It's like, literally... Okay, never mind, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted, I think I know what the answer to this one is. Is this... Okay, yeah, see. Yeah, this is how we're gonna be, like, fucking opening puzzles and shit. I can't even connect. I can't even open it. Okay. But, is Sewon alright? Confirmation that Sewon is alive. Is there confirmation that Sewon's alive? Anyways. So, again, we're going through the ads. I have to not get distracted. We're going through the ads and clicking them to see if we can find out any new names. Myungho. Okay, that would be same. Hyejong. There's definitely some ads that might, like, give me clues. Reason to suspect. Okay. Whoa, fuck. I opened up something wrong. Okay. See, now you remember someone turned themselves in, but you're so suspicious of Sewon's mother. Are you misremembering something? No, that's not it. My memories are hazy and out of order, but those were the exact conversations. Sewon's father clearly said, keep her completely out of her mother's reach. That's why he wanted to keep the case unsolved. And there was more testimony. Alright, then, let's start by looking for reasons to suspect Sewon's mother. Your doubts about her will unveil more of your clouded memories. Because it's absolutely true that Sewon's mother is the reason the girl went missing. Okay, so as stated prior, my first assumption is correct. There's something wrong with Sewon's mother. Okay. Alright, I think it might be my fault for she's gone. I couldn't care for her because I was bedridden? Okay, maybe not, never mind. Let's see, child support payments. Okay, so we're trying to look through her statement, see if there's anything. Okay. Direct statements about the case. Security guard went over this check, I chewed her out. She was so stubborn. Went to mom's house. He was there. Went to. Oh, it's only 5 minutes. I swear. Okay. Detective, the truth is, Sewon is dead. Rice ready. She's been kidnapped. Nope. Okay. Alright, reason to suspect the mother. Sewon's been knowing the trouble since I was pregnant with her. I think she takes after her father. Nope. About how one thing could go wrong and something else. Always knew how she'd be right. Okay. She doesn't from the TV, comes out fast sleep. How is that not evidence? Okay, yeah, recently they were only going to that one playground. Hye-jung said the kids asked to go there today too. Okay. She was with me, I took her away. This is not the mother, is it? That's the father, Was it my daughter said it's like cold? It's not? Okay. Okay. We didn't buy her candy recently because Auntie doesn't come out with us anymore. Yep, okay. So alright, I'm starting to get the picture now. I think this might have been an isolated case. As in the fact that, I wonder if it's the grandmother and the mother that are like working together to make the child disappear somehow. Choi, Myungho is being told not to say anything by the mother. Again, you know, Sewon's mother. Dongyeon has a testament, basically states that, they've only been going to the one playground. Hye-jung said the kids asked to go there today too. Sewon's mother, the people in the place of the incident were likely Hye-jung, so the caretaker. Yeah, her. Durihan employee, caretaker, likely of Choi Dongyeon, or assigned to Choi Dongyeon. Then the child, Choi Myungho, the brother. We didn't buy her candy recently because Auntie doesn't come out with us anymore. I'm assuming Auntie is also Hye-jung? So then the case becomes who is saying the correct thing, because my assumption of what was going on in the actual scene of the crime was that Hye-jung was out with Myungho and Sewon. She was bringing out the kids and then she lost them at one point. She had a phone call on her phone and she lost them when she was like calling them. But in that case she would have been in the scene of the crime. But according to Myungho, Auntie doesn't come out with us anymore, so maybe she wasn't even there. And Choi Dongyeon was completely isolated from the whole event because he physically cannot go to the park that Sewon's mother brought them to. Then there's the statements of the grandmother. Exactly as my daughter said, I assume my daughter took her along. Okay. I assume my daughter took her along. She talks about how at one point the mother goes to the grandmother's place to put out a fire. While this is all happening, but then who did she leave the kids with? I was assuming that there's 4 people in the scene of the crime, and my initial assumption was that it was, you know, Seo-won's mother, Hye-jong, and the 2 kids. I'm changing that assumption to it was Seo-won's mother and Seo-won's grandmother that were in the park when the child disappeared. Okay. Okay, then it's probably not going to come from the mother's statements and the truth. It's probably not going to come from the mother's statements. Maybe from the grandmother, though. Because from what I remember of the grandmother, she seemed very reluctant to take accountability. So then my daughter came downstairs and looked at me with eyes wide, and I thought, oh no. Is this? No, okay, not this either. It's exactly as my daughter said. Dropping from time to time. I'm very suspicious of the grandmother now, as her being like a very possible accomplice, but the biggest suspicion is Seo-won's mother. And if she said anything, or there was definitely 4 people at the crime scene. I'm just not sure who it is. Don't usually get calls in the afternoon. I think I panicked. Back in the condo hallway. Okay. The people at the scene of the crime, again, likely Seo-won's mother, Hye-jong to an extent, Choi Guija to an extent, and the 2 children. So, on the scene of the crime, exactly 3:30 in the afternoon? Okay. I'm not sure where this falls into this. Went to mom's house, the security was there. I don't have a clear picture of what actually went on in the event. Pot was burnt black, guard open. I ran. When I asked her where Seo-won was, she said, I thought you took her with you. I don't understand what's going on here. Somebody's lying, for sure, but like in this chain of events, it seems like Seo-won handed off her child, sorry, Seo-won's mother handed off Seo-won to the grandmother, right? And went out to, you know, put out a fire at the grandmother's house. But when she came back, the child was gone. And the grandmother's also saying something rather contradicting to that. Like, I thought you took the child with you? So, like, at one point, in this time of events, the child doesn't exist. The child doesn't exist, pretty much. Because the child was gone before the grandmother came by. And the child was gone before the grandmother came by. But the mother left her in the custody for grandmother. That is something not lining up for sure. Okay. I also don't know her motive for trying to erase her daughter. I really don't know what her motives would be in this. It might be my fault that she's gone. I couldn't care for her. Okay, who is anyone else at the proximity of the crime scene? Maybe a police stationary. She doing alright. I remember there was this one statement where he... Yeah, okay, I saw the boy a few days ago. Went from this playground straight to the store. This... Probably? No? Okay. What is going on here? Why is everyone saying different shit? Why is everyone saying something different? That's the worst part. Okay, there's quite a bit of shit. Okay. There's definitely something wrong with what the mother's saying, as in it doesn't make sense, but I don't know how it doesn't make sense. Is she still missing? How could someone take her away in the broad... Okay. Is the culprit... Okay, that's a question. That's an issue now. Is the culprit actually her brother? I am starting to wonder now if it's her brother. The mother... Jesus Christ. So, what I'm understanding at the moment is that the mother might have, told the little boy to do something. To bring the child somewhere. And, in an attempt to make the child disappear. What the fuck? Because basically what this means is that the mother tried to kill her own daughter, first of all, by using her brother, who is also in elementary school. And she is a missing person because of that. Okay, what is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? I'm not sure if it's Sewon's mother that orchestrated this, or maybe the father. That's fucked up if that's the case. Again, we're like just going through this, seeing if I could have anything I can click on. Okay. There are also some things that are misaligned, so I'm gonna be doing this as I like scroll through this shit. Sewon's grandmother, is there anything new? No, there's no new information. Okay. Again though, like I feel really fucking bad. The more I play through this. Oh well, imagination. Oh well, that's a lovely story. Yes! Lovely indeed. Man, people are fucking terrible. I hate humanity. I see your mother has... Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Sewon's grandmother is... Sewon's literal... Sewon's grandmother is Sewon's mother's literal mother. Which... I had this question in my head before that, Choi, the last name Choi Dongyeon? Is it the father's last name or the mother's last name? Because the initial assumption I had of these Choi Dongyeon and Choi Guija was that Choi Guija was his mother. But the more I'm looking into this, no. The last name was inherited from Sewon's mother, not Sewon's father. The familial complications in this make this all rather confusing. But yeah, making that clear, he married into her family, not the other way around. I still like to surrender to the police. I am responsible. Where's Sewon now? The key reason the English teacher needed funds. Yes, because he's the ex-English teacher. I needed the money. The key reason why, right? So something about what Sewon's mother said about him losing his job. Child support, I believe. Sewon's father and I are no longer together, but my mother and I are doing the best to give her everything she needs. Okay. At one point she talks about how he doesn't have money. Where is it? He refused. No, that's pray, not pay. If he really did take her, maybe it was because he couldn't afford child support payments. Yep. Okay. Let me turn yourself in. Please see this case unsolved. Seiwon's mother was distraught. Okay. I'm leaving the hashtags till last. Focusing on the ads now, see if there's anything I could, you know, milk out of this information. Likely not, but you know. Youngest family, okay. Okay, yeah, so this makes it clear. Hyejong was lying. She wasn't at the playground when Seiwon vanished. Yeah, okay, so she is not part of the actual incident. Why is she saying that she is, though? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to move at the assumption that basically almost everyone here is lying. What is going on? Proof the shopkeeper is lying. Proof the shopkeeper's lying? Okay, so again, wait, first of all, this statement where there's a statement where he basically says that he saw her coming in with a boy. Oh, never mind. That's not from him. Okay. The shopkeeper's lying. Yep. Not the first. Long. I haven't seen her in a while. I haven't seen her in a while. That's probably the contradiction we're looking for. This. Yep. Okay. Certificate of familiar relations. This is probably going to be a huge key just because it would confirm what the fuck is going on in this family. But let's see. Dongyeon, yes. Dongyeon Hyejong's relationship. Okay, that's where it is. Caregiver. Again, yes, this is probably where the whole him having disability comes in. Okay, first of all, things are starting to make a little more sense now. Is there anything else I could do in terms of these locked things? Confirmation sounds alive. Nope. Okay. According to the authorities, so now. Okay. Okay, when did someone's mother leave you? Pre-enters the absentee list. Imagination. What the fuck is going on in this fucked up family? Main question for this question. Yes, very much so. What is going on here? Okay, I think there's this one hashtag that was like death at one point. It was either ex-English teacher, maybe? Or she's the one that's like she's dead. Where? She's been dead this whole time. Where the fuck is that? Did I not put it in the right place yet? Oh yeah, I didn't put it in the right place. This is not this father, it's this father. Okay, and again. I would like to surrender. Go down. Okay, there is something in between that. Alright. Anyway, it's time to look for like random hashtags to click on. Cry. Playground. Where is Sewon now? Oh! Probably important. Do you really think Mr. Kim Gang-seok, is this the ex-English teacher, is the culprit? I don't know. This is Hyejong speaking. Do you really suspect him, detective? Even if you were in financial trouble, I don't think he would stoop that low. Instead, he'd... Detective, I'm not trying to defend Gang-seok. I don't know how to say shit. I'm only telling you what I saw. There was a woman skulking around that playground, always hanging back. I thought she was suspicious because I kept running into her when I went around looking for Sewon. She was in her 30s or early 40s, a little on the tall side, maybe around 10 centimeters taller than me. She was always looking at the playground from afar. Always behind the wall, behind the flower bed. You wouldn't see her unless you were really looking. But she could probably keep an eye on the kids at the playground if she really craned her neck. This lady behind the wall is Hyejong, not the person speaking. Okay. I saw her there, standing on her toes, trying to look over the wall. By the way, detective, what was the name of that girl Gang-seok confessed to taking? That was my conversation with Sewon's mother, right? Probably. I don't understand. She acts as if she knows the man who turned himself in, and asks about her kidnapped daughter as if she's a stranger. It's frightening. Was she having the dissociative episode? Ma'am, you're the one having the dissociative episode here. Ma'am, do you remember the things that made you stand on your toes? What does that have to do with anything? In my case, I only really stood on my toes for one reason. Because you couldn't reach it? Affection. Okay, that... What answer is that? What does it mean? Okay, that makes more sense. To keep my eyes on something or someone that I really cared about. Ma'am, you were on the force for nearly 30 years. This is the only case you've left unsolved. Remember how you closed that file and placed it on the cabinet? Were you standing on your toes? Why is it philosophical? Why is that a philosophical question? I kind of get what that means, like, to stand on your toes and like in anticipation because you can't fucking stand still. I get it, but like, why say it like that, dude? Why say it like that, dude? What was the name of the girl Gang-seok confessed to taking? That's very important. The pre-entrance day absentee list. Pre-entrance day absentee list. Number of absentees, 4. List of absentees, name. Date of birth. Seo. Hyojun. Hojun. Seo? Kim Beon. Hwang. I'm sorry. Kim Sewon. There, Kim Sewon. Okay. Kim Sewon. Date of birth. Date of birth. Let's go! The one I was like looking for in the last episode of stream or something. Certificate of familial relations. Choi Dong-yeon. Date of birth, male. Spouse. Yep, current spouse. Seo Won-young. Seo Won-young's the wife's name. Okay. Wait, no, okay. This is so confusing. Okay, I was correct on the main assumption that he was widowed. At one point, he was married to somebody else and he was widowed. Married March 5, 2000. Death September 1, 2009. Okay, yep, there's my confirmation from the first theory that I came up with, that Sewon was born before the widowing happened. Kim Sewon was born 2004, April 3. The death of his last wife was on September 1, 2009. They had, okay, so him and his widowed wife had Choi Myung-ho. Yes, this is correct. My assumptions were correct on this then. And Sewon. Sorry, I'm having a mini aneurysm. So, okay, what you're telling me is that... What do you mean Sewon's dad is that guy? Wait, what the fuck is happening here? I thought I thought Sewon's mother was the birth mother, but this is not what's happened. Okay, I'm having a mini my synapses in my brain are like firing up at regularly high fucking paces, and it's my brain's exploding pretty much. Certified August 1, 2004. Kim Sewon is a different person. What is going on here? What the fuck? The child that went missing and the child we are investigating are two different people. They're both called Sewon. They're both called I'm fucking losing my mind imagination, you're right. So there's two children called Sewon. One of them went missing. Choi Dong-yeon's the actual father of Choi Sewon. But she's a different person. How is she a different person from the one we're fucking investigating? Which Sewon are we talking about here? Okay, imagination saying what if her name was changed. This is not possible? For the main fact that Kim Sewon, Choi Sewon have a different date of birth. Choi Sewon, the one that we're supposed to be investigating here at the moment, was born August 1, 2004. There is another Sewon that went missing, and the kid, okay, the initial child that went missing was Sewon's mother's child, who the detective visited days before the event happened, right? So, Sewon's mother, okay, timeline events, first of all, Town Hall saw that, you know, one child, a child called Sewon, was not appearing. Pre-entrance day absentee list. A child called Sewon was not appearing, was absent pretty much, right? The detective first went to her house, Sewon's mother's house, to see if this child was alive. Or see if this child was alright, right? It's just a simple checkup. The detective went to see if the child was alive. It turns out, though, that, the child disappeared. A child named Sewon disappeared a few days later. A child named Sewon disappeared a few days later, and we were under the assumption that this is Choi Dong-yeon's child, Choi Sewon. Choi Sewon's child, but Choi Sewon was the name of the child. That was the initial assumption of the victim. But I'm having to re-evaluate that this is not the actual victim. That there's something going on here with the kid that we're investigating. We're not even sure if it's the actual kid called Choi Sewon that we're investigating, or again, the other kid called Kim Sewon that, again, the ex-English teacher is said to have taken. Okay. Okay, well, let me see. Alright. First of all, I wonder if like I could adjust this. Is there anything? No, probably not, but you know. Oh, yep, there we go. There's a link there. Alright. Yes, alright. 3 links. This is probably gonna be the last of the City Hall. Alright, okay. That's interesting then. Then in this case, one of the bigger importances would be what's the name of the mother? Say one's mother. Death. Okay, death? Yeah, no, Brain 2 EP for this. Going to have to call it here for me, but the game seems good. Might try myself tomorrow. Yeah, dude, it's actually a good game. I would recommend it, so yeah. Sleep up. Sleep up! Rest up, man! Rest up, man. Good night. Okay, caregiver death hospital. Seowon's mother's birthday. Seowon's mother. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's Choi Seowon's mother's birthday. So what the fuck were they saying? What the fuck were they saying? September 2009. No. Okay, September 2009. The date of birth is 12/25, 1974. Oh, I can't fucking change it? What do you mean I can't change it? I guess not. I don't have the question. I'm not allowed to change it for some reason. Okay, I am. Yep, 12:25. Death, okay. This leads to Choi Dong-yeon's ex-wife's, widowed wife's death. Okay. How old was Seowon when Miss Shin Hye-jung first came to take care of her? Is this why Seowon's mother was in the hospital with her? What's going on here? I first met Hye-jung when Seowon was 4. That was a few years ago. When my wife died of illness, I was despondent, didn't know how to raise the kids. Okay. But Hye-jung was there to support us. Okay, I'm starting to make more sense of this. So, Hye-jung wasn't a caregiver for Choi Dong-yeon, and I think Celestial Wolf is the person who said that it's not the... Don't discount the fucking physical disability. You were right. The caregiver is likely not Choi Dong-yeon's caregiver, but his ex-wife's caregiver. Hye-jung was there to support us. They're called caregivers instead of nannies these days, aren't they? What? So it's the child's caregiver? Oh my god. I fucking hate English. I'm sorry, no, it's just languages. The barriers of my brain. Hye-jung is my children's... There we go. Hye-jung is my children's caregiver. She's been coming in to look after the kids ever since my wife was hospitalized. She befriended them instantly. Let's go, Celestial Wolf. Good fucking job. Let's go. I don't know how we could have coped without her. Seowon even calls her mom and treats her like one too. I could never thank her enough. But now I'm starting to think I relied on Hye-jung a bit too much. I mean, she's not exactly family, is she? What's... okay. I'm gonna like have a mini aneurysm and like yeah, be right back for like 1 second. Yeah, see you in a bit. What the fuck's going on with chat while I was gone? Since we are unsupervised, should we start fight? Don't start fight. Don't start fight. What the fuck are you doing? Get off the keyboard, kids. Get off the keyboard, kids. Anyways, alright. Starting this back up again, right? If you're wondering what I was doing, I was out to get chocolates and nuts because, detective work is hard and my brain needs chocolate tribunals or else it won't work. I need more chocolate sacrifices to keep my brain running on this hamster wheel. Alright, so where were we? Shin Hyerung first can take care of her. Caregiver, okay, there we go. So she now is a tag of caregiver, children's caregiver, okay. Hospitalized, okay. Was there anything else? I kind of looked away for 1 second. The umbrella, you mean? That's right. That's the ex-wife, okay. This umbrella is something that Myung-ho doesn't leave the house without. Whether he's going to school or some outing, he's always got an umbrella in hand. Probably because the mother used it? It's been that way since my wife passed. There was something she always told the kids when she was in the hospital. She promised that she'd go ahead to heaven and watch over them from above. Myung-ho didn't say... Oh my god, what the fuck? He uses the umbrella so that his mother wouldn't be able to see him from the heavens. What the fuck? Myung-ho didn't say anything. All he did was sit in the distance and sigh, as I recall. I think he wanted to tell her that there was no such thing as heaven, that if she wanted to watch over him, she should do it from Earth. It wasn't long before she passed. I only noticed after some time that Myung-ho always took an umbrella with him when he left the house. And I remember the exact promise his mother made. Never mind, I was being way too fucking cynical, I think. I mean it, Myung-ho. How about this then? Since I won't be able to pick you up from school on rainy days, I'll ask God to stop the rain if you ever forget your umbrella. The umbrella. I don't know how this kid felt about this mother, right? I really don't know how this kid felt about this mother because, you know, overlapping my own experiences with this tiny little fictional child, right? I had the assumption that he hated his mother. Straight up, I had the assumption he didn't like his mother. I'm starting to see that's not the case. I'm sorry, I was being way too fucking cynical, because, like, I relate to the way he behaves. I relate to the way he behaves, but the reason why I behave that way is because I didn't like my mother. Because we were distant. But the emotional distance here isn't caused by the same thing. To say the least, right? It isn't caused by the same thing. And I do kind of, like, see myself in this kid for some reason. Yeah, I do kind of see myself in this kid. So, like, I'm identifying, I'm kidding with him a bit too fucking hard to actually solve this fucking mystery properly. We know you weren't at the playground, okay. You were standing over the wall for some reason. Where the fuck did I put that? Where was that bubble? Where was that bubble? Is that Seon's mother saying that? A fucking... Oh, wall lady. Where's the wall lady? Okay. Always behind the flower bed. You wouldn't see her, but she really... this one. There we go. Yep. Playground in silence. Okay. First of all, the person who's the fucking person talking about the wall lady? It's not her. Near the left? What do you mean near the left? Yep, there we go. Kim Gangsia. Okay. That's important. Even if you're in financial trouble. Who's saying this? Who's saying this? Is this a polo? Is this a fucking candy shop? I'm gonna, is this her? Is this actually just her? Okay, this is actually just her, then? This might be different. Your station starts to probably the name. Probably the dad. Maybe not the dad. Maybe Hyejong. Oh yeah, shit. Who is talking here? I'm gonna assume it's the dad for now. Let's see if there's anything else I could like switch up. I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea that she was keeping such a close eye on Sewon. Sewon's mother? Possibly? Nope. Not her. Not her, apparently. There's a third person in the dad's life. Have no idea who this is, but... Man was never one to prepare. Is this the grandmother saying this? It would be funny if this grandmother saying this. Nope, it's not. What is going on here? Sewon died. Where's Sewon now? Okay, clicking through hashtags. I need more chocolate tribunals. Promised. Hyejong's birthday. Nope, I don't have that. This is probably about the stationery. What else was there? Directly contradicts your claim. Where is Sewon now? Why did you turn yourself in? Where is Sewon now? Where is Sewon now? She's with her family. I made sure she had something to eat for dinner before I dropped her off. Kim Gangseok! Wait! Kim Sewon! The missing child is Kim Se- What the fuck? Okay. Are these two separate families then? The Choi family and the Kim family? Are these separate children? Why are there two children? Why are there... I thought this was one case. Once I brought her to the playground where I first found her, she knew exactly how to get home. I rang the doorbell and stood at the entrance, waiting for her parents. It was only a few seconds, but in that short time, I wondered again and again if I should just leave the girl there and run. Detective, I was being stupid. I was stupid to kidnap her, and I'm still being foolish now, having the nerve to feel guilty about it all. The girl's father. He pulled the girl tight into his arms and wept. I knelt in front of him to apologize. But he bowed so low I thought he'd fall. And he thanked me. He thanked me for bringing her home safe. What I did was indefensible. I will accept my punishment. I know that won't make up for the suffering I've caused her family, but I will live out the rest of my life in sincere contrition. Okay. This is 2 families. Yep, this is 2 cases. She's with her family. Is this not him speaking? Is this actually the father? This is not the father, and this is not the ex-English teacher. Who is talking here? She's dead. Someone's dead. Wait, Celestial Wolf, are you fucking Asuka? I didn't realize, are you Asuka? Jesus Christ, okay. Привет, Asuka. But also at the same time, I didn't fucking know you. I saw Celestial Wolf and I was like, okay, random new person. I'm sorry, bro. Oh shit, nah, clicked the wrong thing. I did it because I need the money. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Now that was the same. That was the correct thing. Okay. I'm so grateful to her. Hey, Oscar! You mean you've already filed a missing persons case? Okay, this is going to you, Kim. The girl is dead. What do you mean the girl is dead? Who is saying this? Which Seiwon is this? Why is there 2 of them? This stream is about just me having a fucking mental breakdown over something I don't understand. So like pretty much every other day, but you know. Okay, so that was the confession. It's definitely up there. Cocktail, what does that mean? I'm still learning, bro. I don't know what that means. The truth is, Seiwon is dead. Which Seiwon is this? Which Seiwon are we talking about? Is this a mother? What Seiwon? Now then, like, I'm getting the fact that there's 2. Which are we talking about? Donghyun, Hyo-jong's relationship, yes. Children's caregiver. Where is it? Hyo-jong says, here, there we go. Imagination, gotta go eat. See you later, bro. Certificate of employment, okay. Is Seiwon alright? Yes, okay, this Seiwon is alright. Oh, how are you? I am, losing my mind slightly. Don't worry about it. You can tell I'm losing my mind in real time. Don't worry about it. Okay, she is alive. She's with her family. There we go. Okay, there's 2 mysteries ongoing at the same time. Okay. Can't think of any more connected memories. Okay. Surrender and hurt. Yes, Asuka, witness me crumbling in front of your very eyes. Promise? Birthday? Calling him? I'm fucking clicking random shit. Okay, I'm clicking random shit at this point. What fucking leads do I have? Anything. Yep, okay. State of employment, Shin Hyo-jong, date of birth. This date of birth, I think there was like a key for that, somewhere. Client, Choi Dong-gyun, hereby certify that above caregiver has been assigned to the above client since July 1, 2009. After the mother's death, yep. Certificate issued February 4, 2012. Your Honda Support Center. Yep, okay. There's that. Jones, but there we go. Alright, I already know what the correct date is. I'm just gonna. Where is it? Where is it? February 6, 0206, I assume. Yes. Playground, silence, promise hurt. I believe there was a promise and playground, maybe, somewhere here. Promise, there we go. Okay. Silence is a heavy burden for a 5th grader, but Myung-ho refused to give in. So I investigated everyone I could. Residents, passerbys, local businesses, everyone. There's a little indent in the wall behind the flower beds. Okay. You can see the playground from there, but not the other way around. At least for the children playing there. This is where Hyejong was looking from. That's where you were hiding, wasn't it? To watch over them from afar. When I went to the playground, I would hear the other mothers gossip about me and the children. Myung-ho would have heard it too. I understand why people would get the wrong idea. Sewon calls me mommy. So it didn't hurt if Myung-ho hated me. I could only imagine how he felt whenever his sister called me that. A few weeks ago, Myung-ho told me to stay away from him. Okay, interesting. So I just wandered around for what seemed like forever and found that spot. I do feel bad for her. Myung-ho. I know you must hate the fact that I exist, but I may not be his mother, but still. I promised Won-young that I would take care of them both. Is that the mother? And now, look what's happened. I only looked away for a second. I only took a second to rest because I'd been standing on my toes the whole time. If you're wondering why I'm doing this expression, it's like, oh my god. You know, thinking about, like, being in that person's shoes must be fucking heart-wrenching. Because, like, you look after these kids and you care for these kids. You're on your toes the entire time. Because you're looking, you know, you're trying to look after these kids. You're literally on your... You know how fucking hard that is? To stand on your toes just continuously like that. The moment you rest is when one of them fucking disappears. That is heart-wrenching. Like, that is honestly heart-wrenching. Silence, okay. This last one's likely the last statement that she talked about. And there was this thing about silence that I believe connected to Myung-ho's thing. Was your son still there? I was impressioned both children at the playground. We know you weren't at the playground. Was your son... Okay, I'm gonna focus on Hyejong right now. Welcome back, imagination. We know you weren't at the playground. I understand you didn't want to cause Myung-ho any more guilt, but you should have known better. That's difficult. This is rather difficult, I'd say. How did you know? I told him he didn't need to say anything. He knows he doesn't have to tell you. It's from other people's, statements. It wasn't his fault Sewon is missing. The world is a kinder place than I expected it to be. The world is a kinder place than I expected it to be, because I'm not gonna lie, my first assumption was that someone was trying to, like, shut him up. Shut him up because he was an accomplice, but this is not the case, it seems. People were legitimately trying to protect the kids. It wasn't your fault, Myung-ho. I should have been watching you, even if you didn't want me close by. That's what I told him. I made sure he knew that I was the one who lost Sewon, not him. That's rough, bro. That's rough, dude. That's so rough. That's all he's saying. That's just so fucking rough, bro. Saw that boy. Who are these statements from? Okay. Oh, no, that connected. Never mind, that connected. Yeah, I didn't think that would connect, but that connected. Okay. Anyways, more hashtags. Let's see if there's any more hashtags. School? Okay. School is not connecting to anything. Death? Nope. Sewon's mother is definitely saying too much shit. I'm assuming she's probably saying too much shit, but like, I don't know whose other statements these would be. Is there a special meaning to Sewon's name? Okay. Is there a special meaning to Sewon's name? Sewon was born at 23 weeks. She weighed less than 700 grams. The Sewon was premature. Yep. Her mother had... Her mother? Isn't that you? Okay. Her mother had just come out of the C-section and was about to be transferred to the ICU with a baby. But the nurse called for me. It was only for a few seconds, but she let me see Sewon. What is going on here? What do you mean you're not the fucking mother? Sewon reminded me of Thumbelina, a fragile, precious little princess, nestled in a bright red flower. She was so light I could barely feel her in my arms. I was scared that she might float away if I so much as breathed in her direction. The nurse told me to have a look, but I didn't know how. I could barely see through my tears. I couldn't even get a proper look at my precious baby girl. She's not the birth mother. Okay. Surrogate, yeah. Asuka, you're probably right about it. It's literally surrogate. And then the first thing I did after that confusing meeting, I registered her birth. I sprinted straight from the hospital to City Hall registration desk. I didn't stop to catch my breath. Then I wrote down her name, Seo-won. That's Seo for rhinoceros and one for origin. It's an unusual name, I know. Yeah. Unusual name, but there's two of them. At the time, I was thinking of the old saying about marching forward like the lone horn of the rhino. I thought of that strength. Okay. I put all my weight into each stroke of that pen, every single one. Hoping that the fragile piece of paper might help her somehow. That might help her root her to life. Like a powerful anchor that kept her moored to us. Okay. Choi Seo-won came home safe. There's another Seo-won that might be dead. Okay. There's a point in time where she talks about the hospital. Keep calling him, but he won't come up. Okay. Alright. Probably Kim somebody. You talk a bit too much. You talk too much. I can't actually scroll through your shit. Yeah, let me see if there's anything I missed from here, from now. Calling. The day Seo-won's mother was discharged. I don't have that information. Playgrounds. Was your son still there? Okay. Was your son still there? I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. Possibly twinning, keeping one child but giving the other up. That might be possible. That might be possible. Yeah, that actually might be possible. Myung-ho said he was with Sewon the whole time, but he had no idea where she'd gone. So I scolded him. You're not making any sense. I was so desperate that I was too harsh with him. This is a dad. This is dad speaking. Even though it's my fault, Sewon's disappeared. It's Hyejong. Never mind Hyejong. I failed them both. Please don't ask Myung-ho for information. Yeah, this is Hyejong. Okay. He won't tell you anything. Alright. First of all, this is Hyejong. Where in your statements does this line up? There we go. Okay. One key. There's a golden lock right here, I believe. Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? And what's one here? I actually don't know what's going on there, so I'm gonna like do this one on top. Yes. Alright. Okay. I'm looking for hashtags. Kept calling him, but he won't pick up. Not that. Name. Okay. Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? She was with us exactly 108 days. Rhino, this is the other Sewon, Kim Sewon. That's the time Sewon lived and breathed was. Okay. Readjusting information in my head. Kim Sewon was not dead because of a murder or kidnapping or anything. She probably died due to illness. That's the time Sewon lived and breathed with us. She died due to illness, and Sewon's mother probably was the kidnapper of Choi Sewon because of the same name. She identified with the child as the other child, Sewon, as being her own child. Okay. I'm starting to get what's happening here. If only I could have held her at least once, kissed those little cheeks. Or at least, if only I'd been able to hear her cry. Then maybe I would have been able to accept it. This is heartbreaking. Okay. Sewon's mother still had milk for a baby who was gone. I'm actually getting emotional over this shit. Now what the fuck, bro? The crib was still so warm, and it never seemed to get colder. So how could I possibly file that report? Looking back, it was her name. Yep. Her name was the problem, because it's the same name. That's uncommon. Oh my god. It's my fault for coming up with that name. I can't tell you how much I regret it. Instead of giving her strength, that name marched her forward, all alone like the rhino's horn straight past us. Yep, child replacement. This is what this is. Like a gust of wind. She slipped through our fingers, attached to nothing in the world at all. Oh my god, dude. Dude. I knew this fucking game was gonna give me depression, but not like this, bro. Not like this. Why the fuck is this so sad? Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, alright, got it. Okay, Kim Gangseok. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, okay. The mother gently saw her as a kid. Oh my god, okay. The father did the right thing, despite everything. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Sewon, though, the kid that got kidnapped is likely alive. Not likely, she is alive. She did return home. Jesus Christ. Oh, what the fuck? I'm struggling. Why am I struggling so much with this? Oh my god. I don't get emotional over anything. Why the fuck am I getting emotional over this? Oh god, okay. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stop fucking around with that. A day Sewon died. See, Asuka, the issue is that you're not playing this. I'm like playing this first person. I'm like, okay, I'm just going through this emotional roller coaster because like I'm seeing this. I'm the one like playing this shit, and it's just fucking killing me. Yeah, bro, I've been thinking about this game ever since I stopped playing it last time. I've actually just been genuinely thinking about this game. So, bro. Okay. The day Sewon died. 108 days. 108 days since death. Since birth. 108 days since birth. Kim Sewon, date of birth 2004, April 4. Okay. April 3 plus 108 days. Innocent children browse, so I was trained to investigate that. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. What is the day she died? The day Sewon died. Okay, but I'm gonna like fucking actually count this out. April 3 plus 108 days. Time for Google. I'm using my fucking phone at this point. Time for Google. April 3 plus 108 days. What is that? April 3 plus 108 days. Alright. Exactly 108 days. Okay. July 20, so that is June, July. 07/20, I believe. $108 days, right? Is it July 12th? Well, let's try 20 for now. Yep. Okay, July 20. Alright, turn yourself in. Unsolved case. Murder, divorce time. Please leave this case unsolved. Okay, I kind of see the reason why she left this case unsolved. If she didn't leave this case unsolved, Gang Seok would have been caught. Likely. Iliatra Cypher, you've missed quite a bit. I'm not sure if I can actually, like, properly explain it, but, I'm not sure where you dropped off, so, like, main points of the story is that, there are two Seowons. There are two Seowons, one that is dead from disease, from a very young age. Another Seowon that was kidnapped and replaced the dead child. I've come to the conclusion at this point that, Kim Gang Seok was... The case was left unsolved to, like, basically save this guy, kinda. Or maybe not, because he did turn himself in, but, like, what do you mean case unsolved? Child replacement was the motive. Yes, that's the motive. Why did you turn yourself in? Mr. Kim Gang Seok, even the victim's family hasn't reported you. What is going on? This isn't just about taking the fall for Miss Song Min-young. Is that the mother? Yeah, that's probably the mother. I heard... Okay... Okay, Seowon's mother, who was... Okay, got it, okay. Seowon's mother called in to report a missing child who wasn't her child in the first place. She reported a missing child for a child who was already kidnapped. Okay. Alright. When Min-young's mother told me, I was worried for Min-young, but at the same time I was a little glad. After we got divorced, she was in therapy for a long time. We should have gotten help back then, when she began to think Sewon was alive but missing. No, as soon as Sewon passed away. Min-young was finally discharged from the hospital on Sewon's birthday. On Sewon's birthday, okay. We went to visit her grave together, and as she ran her hand over the grave, her eyes were empty. There was no hope. Min-young is still chained to that day, circling around and around that moment forever. I started to think that she'd given up completely. She was utterly spent. There was no drive left in her eyes. I began to doubt she would ever recover. I think that's why I was relieved to hear that she set out to find Sewon. That's fucked, dude. That's fucked, dude. Because now she at least had something to live for. Something that would sustain her and keep her alive. Being kept alive, surviving and living is a different thing. This is a person being kept alive by her own resentments. That's not a life, bro. That's not a life, bro. Maybe she knew that too, deep down. Maybe that's why she reported Sewon missing. Maybe she thought Sewon was better missing and alive than dead. That the missing person report would anchor her to this world, just like I hoped with her birth certificate. Oh my fucking god! Bro! What the fuck? She was grasping for a lifeline, just like me. I know this sounds ridiculous, but that's the whole reason I'm here, detective. I want to make a request. Could you please mark this missing person's case as unsolved? Please. Please let Sewon live. Okay. Oh my fucking god! What the fuck? I'm just screaming in anguish at the moment. The reason why Sewon is a missing person is to give the illusion that she's alive. Better be missing and alive than dead. Oh my god, dude. Wait, what? This is giving me actual depression. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. What the fuck? 1 second. 1 second, okay? Dude! Dude! Shit, 1 sec. Okay, there's a reason why I relate to the story, I think, a lot, right? Fuck. To hold on to the illusion that something is alive when something is long gone and dead. That's not a way to live, dude. To pretend that something is fucking alive when it isn't, and to just not move on. To keep replaying that moment forever and ever and ever of the good fucking times that you had. When it's not coming back, and it'll never come back the same way. You know how fucked up that feels like, bro? It feels really fucking bad. 1 second. I can't believe I'm crying on stream for like a second time now. What the fuck is this game, dude? I'm gonna be screaming about this forever in fucking pain and anguish. I'll be in like the throes of hell or some shit, still talking about this fucking game. Okay. I'm gonna kill myself. Oh my god. Why am I so emotional over this shit? I'm gonna fucking die. Hugs, Nate. Thanks. I won't be able to accept the hugs, but I appreciate it. Let her live forever somewhere far, far away. Oh no. Okay. Well, I got what the gist of the story's about. Doesn't mean I fucking like it. Oh my god, bro. Oh, yes. There's so many layers of suffering right now. When was Kim Seo-won born? Okay. 2004, April 4. April 3, April 3. Where's that? Bro, why am I so depressed over this shit? Bro, what the fuck? What the actual fuck, dude? Why am I knew it was gonna be emotional. I fucking knew it. Why did I expect anything different, bro? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm so fucking distracted now. I'm like distraught. I'm distraught at that shit, dude. That's not living, that's just not dying. Yeah. Yeah, that's just not dying. Dude, I understand how it feels like to hold on to an illusion for so long. You know, wishing that things could be different. I'm gonna fucking kill myself if I keep talking about this. No. No, but like, I fucking understand. I see why she left it unsolved. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. When did Sewon's mother leave you? We've been divorced for about 5 or 6 years. Take a break if you need to. Thank you, but like, I'm on the last rows of finishing this, so I'm good. I'm a monster, aren't I? Abandoning my wife when she needed me the most. changing my kinning fucking hyperfixation from Myungho the kid to this Gangseok, the fucking divorced man. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking speed through this shit at this point, because I already know how the story ends. From what I've guessed, you know? But at the time, I thought it was all for the best. That we'd reached our limit, that we'd only hurt each other if we kept on living like this. That's what I told myself. When our eyes met, I would face the emptiness inside, and it was excruciating. Because I knew that void could never be filled. Oh my god, dude. Because I knew that void could never be filled. I'm actually suffering! If only we could have cried it out together and kept each other going. But we struggled to help each other. We were making no progress at all. Oh my god! And one day, we realized that it hurt more to deal with our pain together than alone. So we chose to go our separate ways. That was our decision. To run from our wounds instead of confronting them. To let the blade drop on the guillotine. I think I need to explain one thing, right? I've been going through the throes of heartbreak for like last few weeks, and it's still really fresh to me, this whole thing. I've actually been looking like fucking videos of like divorce lawyers and shit, talking about divorce. I'm like, this is how fucking deep I've been in my own heartbreak for the last few weeks, right? And it's also one of the reasons why I was kind of avoiding playing this game, because I knew it would make me sad. But not like this, bro. Not like this. I'm gonna play this through, finish it, do what I can, and like never touch this game again. I love it so far. At the same time, bro, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. My god, why is this like this? Why? Okay, dude. Is Sewon alright? She said she had a great time at Auntie's house. And that when she said she missed me, she was brought straight back home. I'm sorry I didn't contact you sooner. I knew you were out there searching, but I was too caught up in the moment. All I knew was that my daughter was gone for 3 days, but now she was back. And I know this sounds strange, but all I could say was thank you, over and over again. The actual cipher, this game came straight for you, jeez. Yes! I didn't expect this game to be like this, coming from my neck right now, in this point of my life especially, dude. What the fuck? I thought it was like gonna be something, a different sort of depression. No, it's gonna be like divorce shit. Okay? I'm losing my mind slightly, don't worry about it. I could bow 100 times over and it wouldn't be enough. Sewon's back, completely unharmed. And that's good enough for me. Detective Sewon is... well, she's been hurt in the past. And I can only blame myself for adding yet another wound to her young heart. Tell me, did that man surrender to the police? Yep, well, he definitely did. He claims to be the culprit behind the disappearance. Sewon's father has surrendered himself to us. No, detective, you can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be at the station immediately. What? Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. It's all my fault. I'll be right there, detective. Don't you listen to anything he tells you. It's all my responsibility. One second. Shit! What the fuck? I am so emotional. I'm too emotional right now because I kind of understand. Shit. I kind of understand, like, being in love, like, very, very deeply in love with somebody who is going through shit, right? And how, you know, people around the person who is going through shit would do anything to protect them, in a sense. Protect them in a sense, and in doing so... I'm coping, yes, yeah, that's good. Keep coping. I need to cope too. But in trying to protect somebody who hasn't moved on, I guess. I don't know how to fucking say it. In trying to protect somebody who is very, 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 you know, in the throes of their own sadness. Shit. And, you know, sacrificing yourself because of it. And then the fucking thing about, you know, not Choi Dong-yeon, but Gang Seok having to, like, walk away because it's too much, and it's easier, it's better for everyone involved if you try to cope with your own pain alone, instead of... At some point, you can't do it together. At some point, it just has to break. And then what do you do then? You fucking love someone so fucking deeply, and it won't be the same anymore, you know? Fucking hell. Oh my god, this game. Like, give me 1 second, bro. Like, give me 1 fucking second, bro. I'm gonna shut the camera off for 1 second. I need to, like, blow my nose in. Oh my fucking god. I'm screaming in pain. Mate, you'll never see another guy more emotional on stream than me at the moment, because I'm fucking going through this shit right now. I'm going through something very, very similar to fucking Kim Gang-seok. I'm fucking dying. I'm dying. Ugh, fuck. I am very emotional, if you can tell. I'm very emotional, if you can tell. The next time you see me with my camera on, my eyes will be red. Don't fucking worry about it. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, my eyes red? Yeah, don't worry about it. We good. Yeah, we good. Just fucking need to get through this, and I'll be done for the day. I'll be so done with everything for today. Oh my god. Heliatra Cypher, go breathe, mate. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. That's gonna make shit worse for me. I'd rather just finish this all right now. Rip off the band-aid right now. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm the type of person that could, like, not could, but, like, I'm the type of person that deals with pain better if I fucking face it head on, so. Doesn't matter if I'm in the middle of the stream and I'm in the fucking crying in public. I don't give a shit at this point. I've already done that. Alright, explain to me how he took Sewon. I was a junior high school teacher. All my career, ever since I finished teacher's college and military service. Okay, note about the military service, right? In Korea, men who turn 18 are automatically enrolled into military service, pretty much. And I believe they spend like a year or two. This is mandatory, like they get drafted because of the border issues. So that's the background for this. So basically, ever since he turned, like, you know, 18. Ever since he turned 18, he's been a teacher. After the divorce, I quit my job at the school and started tutoring and doing cram school gigs. And well, my income isn't particularly stable. I need the money. I'm sorry. I went to the playground intending to kidnap any child who seemed to be alone. I was there for more than 30 minutes with a little girl playing by herself. I saw a little girl playing by herself for a long time, so I lied to her. Imagination, fuck it, we ball is Nate's motto. Yes, exactly. Fuck it, we ball, let's go. But once I brought her home with me, I got scared. I didn't know how I would even ask her parents for a ransom. She was gone for 3 days. That's how it was. I was afraid and decided to stop. Nothing more. Okay. Alright. Connection there. Looking back was her name. So this is after somewhere? Probably? No? Maybe before? Okay. It's my responsibility. Okay, grandma, holy shit. Question though, who's she related to? Oh, the fuck, no, is she not related to this Choi Dong-yeon? Is she not related to him? What is going on here? What? I'm assuming that she's Song Min-young's mother. Yeah, she's Song Min-young's mother. Okay, this Choi Dong-yeon and Choi Gyu-jae having the same last name is a complete coincidence. Oh my. Why is this so complicated, bro? Why is this so complicated, bro? Realistic, but like, yo. Okay, what am I even doing at this point? Okay, hashtags. Going through the last of this. Playground. You mean Sewon was taken because she was mistaken for Miss Song Min-young's late daughter. I asked Min-young what happened. She said she heard someone call Sewon's name and finally found her, after going from one playground to the next. Okay, gotcha. It was a boy, probably the girl's brother. He was telling her to wait. Wait right here, Sewon. She didn't tell me anything else, but I can guess what happened. Min-young must have gone and brought her back, like a mother picking up a child who'd gone out to play. The girl was so sweet too, calling my daughter auntie. How did they know each other? I'm sorry, detective, I really am. I should have called right away, but then I couldn't bear to do it, not until you paid that visit. After he dropped by, I was terrified. My hands were shaking and I found myself dialing a number, calling Sewon's father. I told him that Min-young seemed to have brought home a stranger's child and pleaded with him to get the girl back to her parents. I would cause a diversion, I said, so he could get the girl away from Min-young. I know she may not be well, but I didn't want my daughter to end up a kidnapper. I was being shameless, I know. I knew exactly what I was doing, detective, but until Sewon's father turned himself in, even though he's done nothing wrong, I thought we could act as if nothing at all happened, sweep it all under the rug. Knowing full well that Sewon's father is just as precious a child to his parents as Min-young is to me. Kim Gan-seok, the fucking scapegoat, that volunteered himself to be the scapegoat. Okay, why does this sound familiar? I fucking hate myself. I fucking hate myself. Oh. Calling someone auntie even if you don't know is just a way of respect. Yeah, it makes sense. No, detective, you can't. This falls here. Wait, no. This doesn't fall there. No, detective, you can't. I asked Min-young what happened. There's still something's missing. Dead. Never connected memories. Okay. Kidnapper? You're not being contrite, you're lying to me. Okay. Calling. When was the last time you saw Sewon's father? Do you call him often? What's that man got to do with Sewon's going missing? We cut off all contact years ago. The nerve of him, walking out after what happened to the girl. Detective, what I mean is... Sewon was always sickly, but that man divorced my daughter, leaving her to care for the poor baby alone. But, well, he's not the sort of man who'd take her away from under her mother's nose. Please, it's nothing serious, detective, really. Okay, well, Grandma. Mama. Going here. What's this? How Sewon's, yep, okay. How Sewon's grandmother and kidnapping. It's me, I made him do it. Told him Minyoung seemed to cause diversion. Yep. Alright, yeah, okay. What's this connected to? Name? School? School. There we go. When did Miss Song Myung set out to find Sewon? It must have been when she got the notice saying that Sewon was due to start elementary school. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Basically, the whole family is feeding into her delusion that, you know, her child is alive. And they'd rather continue doing that. They'd rather continue doing that than see her get hurt. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got the notice from City Hall last December. I checked most of Minyoung's mail before she does, detective. We have no idea what might set her off. But this notice about Sewon starting school, my heart nearly stopped. I had no idea that. Time passes quicker than you think. Time passes quicker than you think, and time passes silently. You won't expect it to happen, but the next day turns into the next year, turns the next decade. I had no idea that they'd never reported her death. There was on document Sewon's name printed clear. I could only imagine how it would make Minyoung feel. This is an end result of feeding into somebody's illusions for so long. No, I'm sorry, detective. I'm not the victim here. I don't deserve to wallow in pity like this. I can only apologize. At the time, I balked. I was frozen, and Minyoung saw me and read the notice. She looked so happy. She smiled so brightly. I hadn't seen her so delighted in, well, what must have been years. The pre-entrance day was at the end of December, and Minyoung insisted we had to go out and get Sewon's uniform fitted. Oh my god. She was fussing about getting all her shots and picking up school supplies and wondering why Sewon was taking so long to come home. Why she was taking so long to come home. Okay. That's when it started, I think. She went around all the local playgrounds calling for Sewon. Okay. Candy, lie, time. Where the fuck? Lie? Where's lie? Or candy? Or anything? Imagination, join in the suffering! Join in the suffering! Basically, imagination is saying, oh fuck, I think I'm starting to relate to this, damn it. Join me in my anguish and pain and hell. Okay, where the fuck? Candy, lie, time. Where the fuck is this thing? Lie? Is this lie? No, never mind. Lie, there we go. Damn, they're trying to target almost everyone in the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Join in suffering together. We received testimony that directly contradicts your claim. Ah, you're back, which means you're still searching, I take it. I tried to think if anyone suspicious might have been in the area, but nothing. The truth is, well, yes, Myung-ho was here. I'm sorry for lying to you, I didn't think it was important. Well, you see, I didn't want you to think badly of Myung-ho. He's a good boy at heart. I'm very sorry, I truly am. I should have told you up front. What time did he come to the store again? A little after 3:30, I believe, when she went missing. Well, nothing was out of the ordinary. He looked like he was in a rush, and when I asked, he only said, had to go back quick. Went straight to the usual candy shelf and picked out a bag, so I assumed it was for sale. Her favorite brand, you know. Pick candy that's so big your cheek puffs up like a squirrel. That's cute. I told you before, Myung-ho is very mature for his years. But that day, I saw him squatting in front of the greeting card shelf for a long time with the candy still in hand. Eventually, he came up to the counter and paid for the candy, but he wouldn't even look me in the eye. I thought it was strange, so I went over to check the shelf. And, well, one of the cards was gone. I was disappointed in the boy, of course. Made up my mind to give him a certain talking to. But at the same time, well, I felt sorry for him. I can only imagine what went through his mind when he was squatting there in front of that shelf. He stole something. Okay. Okay, he definitely stole something. There's more statements missing here. Okay, Myung-ho Sesame shows his mixed feelings for Shiro. Okay, yep. He won't say anything. Where's the he won't say anything shit? Please don't ask me for more information. No? Okay. No? Okay. Okay. Just... What do you mean? What? Oh, Myung-ho's testimony. Okay. I wasn't even reading the thing correctly. Okay, am I like her? Mixed feelings for Hyejong. She didn't come, only Auntie did. Okay, what's this? His... Am I like her? Oh! Oh! Your mother! Your mother? That's not his mother! Interesting. Okay. Please don't lie to me. Myung-ho Soul. I can kind of relate to One Piece, but it hasn't grabbed me by the throat too. Don't believe my chances are zero, though. That makes sense. That makes sense. This game is coming for everyone right now. Also, I'm gonna take like one more break. Give me 1 sec. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we're back. Getting through the last legs of this, and I'm never fucking touching this game again, dude. Oh, okay. Didn't you say that Auntie was telling the truth? It's not like I love this game is very good. At the same time, I can't fucking handle this. I quite literally cannot handle this shit. What they sold? One of the cards are gone. Yep. No, but your family is responsible for this. Key. Yep. No one tell you anything? Okay, so stationery store. All right. Okay, what triggers these? Lie, silence, lie, death. So much lies. Where are the lies? Hashtag where are the lies? No, where are the hashtag lies? More like, oh, okay. Okay, this is a crazy lady speaking about her husband. Got a call from my mother. No? Nope. Oh, it did connect. It did connect to something. Okay, got a call from my mother. It was like 3:30 in the afternoon. No, okay. Pretty sure that would be underneath that, maybe? No? I'm getting distracted. I have to like line these things up, but truth is, say one's dead. Some are there. Some are there. The grandmother's things I could probably line up better. Yeah. That's me. What happened? There we go. Okay. No, detective, you can't. That's probably for that. What's that man got to do with saying missing? We cut off all contact years ago. Alright. Okay, and then she... Okay, yeah, got it. Yep, alright, cool. 1 gold here. What's this? Not yet. What's this? Not being contrite, you're lying to me. Yep, okay. Okay. Playground. There was a playground somewhere. There we go. Nobody in your family is responsible for this. It's not your fault, Myung-ho. Nobody in your family is responsible for this. But I told Auntie not to come to the playground. I told her to stay away. I said I could take Sewon with her. Is that the fucking kid? Is that Myung-ho? He's so fucking tall. How is he so fucking tall? Okay, I'm sorry. He's so tall though. It is my fault. I'm the one who made Auntie go away. It's just if we're all at the playground together, we look like a family. And Mom would see Sewon call Auntie Mom. I know Mom's not really watching us from heaven. I know she's lying. But I didn't want her to be sad. It's not Auntie's fault. I'm the one who told her not to come with us. Okay. Well... it's lying. There's another one here. Oh, well, one of these. I told you there's no need for lying now. One sec. I'm just gonna get some water and I'll be right back. Just a little bit. Hey, I'm back. Oh, wait, maybe you didn't hear me. I'm back. So, yeah, let's... last legs, let's go. What if I told you there's no need for lying now? What if your lie is the bad kind? The kind that's only going to hurt Auntie and Sewon. Why is not saying anything a lie? If I tell you... if I say what really happened, then Auntie sounds like the bad guy. But she's a good person. It's my fault, not Auntie's. It's all my fault. Okay, there we go. Our name, Sewon. Is the first... no, well, that's not the first one. Alright, please don't lie to me. One more lie or like death? Lie or death? Lie or death? Dead, there we go. Yes. Okay. Please don't lie to me, Myung-ho. Didn't you say that Auntie was telling the truth? Auntie told me that lying's not about what's good, but what's necessary. She said lying wasn't always a bad thing. It's the bad lies that are really bad. Okay. Now, Mom said she'd watch over me from heaven. She said she'd watch over us even after she died. But that was a lie, right? There's no such thing as heaven. But Sewon doesn't know that. She's so stupid. Mom was lying. But does that mean that Mom was a bad person? Okay, no, your mom wasn't a bad person. She's just dying from illness, I think. Quit lying, kid. Quit lying, kid. Child, stop lying about shit. I'm sorry. We always use it. Okay, that was when he was lying? Okay. There's probably something I'm missing there, but I kind of already got the whole pieces. I just need to, like, align some stuff better. I'm a monster, aren't I? Yeah, Kim Gang-seok, I'm gonna, like, align your shit because I feel supremely bad for you. In particular, I feel supremely bad for you. I'd like to surrender the place. I'm responsible. She's dead. Okay. You're not being contrite, you're lying to me. Okay. That's 3:30 in the afternoon. Is that not higher up? Okay, that's not higher up. That was all business as usual. Those weekends. That's right. He's going to school. Lost an umbrella in hand. There's the one about the willow tree. The willow tree. Where's that? Or is that? Playground is. Playground, stationery store. City Hall is correct. The delivery center is also correct. I'm assuming there's nothing more for Eden Kindergarten. There's like some statements that come from people we don't know about, like random people. And some are from the Apollo stationery that I'm like not putting in the right place. Why I say one was sticking so closely to the boy. Probably the stationery store, maybe. I don't know where though. Okay. Phone calls history. Oh, you're back. Still searching. Myungho seems perfectly aligned. The pre-entrance day was my sister. Was it my daughter said now? Yep. This is probably at the start. Okay. Yep. All right. When did Sung Minyo find out? Set out to find her. There's something that I'm. Okay. Oh, this is the grandmother. All right. Okay. Yep. Yep. Alright. Okay, okay, okay. She disappeared 3 hours ago. It's probably still her. Don't know, you really suspect him, detective. It's probably... This is probably Apollo. Station. No, no, it's her. It is her. What? Okay. Man was never one for prayer, is it? Yep, okay. Okay, well we have 2 more golden things to check out, so not being contrite, you're lying to me. Yes. Okay, one more thing, just connect this last thing, I guess. This is my wife passed. This is definitely the start. Oh, what? Okay, 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 okay. Wandered off. Alright, alright. Just park in the neighborhood, right? Yep, okay. At this point, I'm just gonna like, maybe, no, I'm not gonna try to line up all events, but honestly, we have enough keys. I'm gonna like finish the story a bit incomplete with some missing pieces. But I think we all kind of get what's happening right now. So, okay, stationery store, candy and hurt, and for this other one, it is kidnapping and name. Kidnapper. Yep. You're not being contrite. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. Who was around when Sewon was taken? What was she wearing, and which direction did you take her? You couldn't answer any of these questions. Mr. Kim Gangsi. Okay, he didn't take her? The confession that you're the kidnapper. It could take away... Oh, no. It could take away Song Min-young's chance to repent and seek forgiveness for herself. We can't wait for her to recover before setting things right. You know she'll be racked by guilt. Could you live with that on your shoulders? Okay. Your ex-mother-in-law is in the next room. She told us everything. Consider how she might feel, having just reported her own daughter to protect you. That's the money that he needed. Okay. You've been financially supporting your ex-wife's therapy all these years under the pretext of child support. This won't be much different. Just take a step back and support her from far. She has a long battle ahead of her, being treated in custody. Detective... Where did it all go so wrong? Did I mess up from the beginning? Sewon's name. I never should have given her that name. Now do you understand why Kim Sewon was being missed? Yeah, I mean, yes, I do. Great work, ma'am. Now you remember everything. Do you understand why Sewon's case was never solved after all this time? Thank you. For telling me that she came home safely. That I didn't doom a little girl to her death. Thank you, truly. I remember how surprised I was when I first saw this case. Everyone involved was lying for one reason or another. Whether it was to protect a loved one, or to keep a promise to someone important. And what about you, Your Honor? Are you keeping a secret for someone, just like them? Actually, yes. For your sake. The educator. I need 2 keys! The real ending! The real ending is locked! Okay! Cold case detective. Okay. The cold case team doesn't usually take on cases like Sewon's. The police get more than 20,000 missing children's reports every year. The cold case team doesn't just have the capacity. One quiet disappearance in a sea of violent unsolved cases. No one would have spared the case a second thought. But I couldn't tear my eyes away, not when I saw that name. What? She's the Her name was Kim Sewon. Yeah, Asuka, I think you might be onto something. Choi Sewon, let's go! Beautiful storytelling. Oh my god, this writing. That's Seo for Rhinoceros and 1 for Origin. Just like me. We're the same age, too. Wait. You can't mean... Ma'am, look at my badge. It's me, Choi Sewon. The missing girl you found. That's beautiful! Oh my god! That's so fucking good. Okay. This is like the best way to fucking tie up everything. Okay. It's me, Choi Sewon. Please don't cry, ma'am. Are you really her? Are you really Sewon? I'm so sorry. I failed you. I failed you completely. Don't say that, ma'am. I'll always be grateful to you. I don't deserve your gratitude. I never found you. That's only technically true. You remember what Kim Sewon's grandmother said, right? Here, I even have a copy of her testimony. Senior Inspector Jeon Gyeong's visit was the reason I was sent back home. But I was only following protocol. Just doing my job. Ma'am, I'm an adult now, and I know what work is like. No one followed that protocol back in the day, and they still don't. But you were different. You carried out your duties to the letter, even though you could have slacked off and been perfectly covered by paperwork from City Hall. That's the reason I made it back home. After all these years, I tracked down all the people involved in the case, one by one. I spoke with Kim Se-won's family, my father, my brother, and my dear mother, Hye-jung. They got married?! Okay. Okay, Hye-jung. Okay. Everyone asked me to pass on their thanks to you. This is my first time visiting you, you know? Miss, I turned a blind eye to the suffering of so many people in my career. You might thank me, but I still... Alright then, let's do this. I'll set aside time for you later. Some time to look back and blame yourself and feel guilty over everything. But right now, we're racing against the clock. It took longer than I expected to piece your memories back together. This isn't our first conversation, is it? Then you know that my mind is being constantly bleached. What could possibly be more important? That's exactly the reason I need your help before these memories disappear again. Remember Song Min-young, the woman that took me away and reported her daughter missing. She was sentenced to 1 year of treatment in institutional custody, wasn't she? Yes, the sentence ended ages ago, but she's still in custody. But how? Once you're institutionalized, you can't be discharged without special approval, and Song Min-young hasn't been granted a single psychiatrist evaluation. Don't you think she needs our help? Tell me, miss. Does that mean you've forgiven Song Min-young? This isn't about forgiveness, ma'am. It's abundantly clear, even from a purely bureaucratic perspective, that we need to do something. Se-won's case is still marked as open, and no case should remain unsolved. Oh my god, that's fucking beautiful writing. Holy shit. Okay. Fucking hell. Whoever wrote this fucking game, I swear to God. I swear to God. I am a mess right now. Beautiful game. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game. I'm never touching this game again. It's so good. It's so good. I'm gonna break down in tears, man. I'm like 1 millisecond away from breaking down for like a third time in the stream. So, yeah. Yeah. Thanks for joining in the stream, guys. Yeah. That was the stream, and fuck. Shit. Good game. I love this game. Holy shit. Thank you for playing, and also thank you for watching. I'm gonna just click off and like not exist for a second. Okay. Thanks for coming around, guys. Sorry for a shit show of a stream. So good, keep it away from me? Yes. Exactly that mentality. Holy shit. Yeah. Thanks for coming over, guys. I'm gonna call quits here now. Bye.